Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Locker Room Talk Uncut. We are your hosts, Chad Penrod and Drew Garrison. And today, in the locker room, we have the third amigo. Some would say the third stooge. And Mr. Austin Salley. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, it's going good, man. I'm excited to be here.
Austin, welcome into the locker room, man. I'm super glad to have you here. Folks, this episode is somewhat of, a special edition for episode 2. Big weekend coming up. We're not going to post daily. You know, we're gonna get some good weekend and week coverages and stuff like that. But this is kind of a special edition. Big weekend. NFC Championship, AFC Championship. Not only that, UFC 246, the notorious Conor McGregor making his return to the ring. Touched on it a little bit yesterday. Now that we have Austin here, he's a little bit more of a UFC buff than myself. So he and Chad can kind of go back and forth on that. I don't know if you guys know this. We talked yesterday. Chad's a Browns fan. I'm a Bengals fan. Austin is a Browns fan as well. So I'm kind of outnumbered here. But what I'm going to do now, before we get into the rest, we're going to talk about some big news that's come out about your guys' Brownies. What the fuck is Odell Beckham Jr. doing?
Man, I don't know. You know, I got kind of two thoughts on that. The first one is, how are you going to get this guy for assault when he tapped a security guard in his ass?
Yeah, that's weak. Was it a cop or a security guard? I didn't clarify that.
I don't know.
The video.
You know, I bet if he handed him a couple of those $100 bills, though, that there wouldn't be any charges being pressed or anything like that. But that's just kind of what it is. So the Browns have a big decision with Odell Beckham Jr. You know, what are they going to do? You're bringing in a whole new regime. You got Kevin Stefanski coming in, and then now you're going to have a brand new GM. And what do these guys think about that? Are these actions going to be allowed? Where Freddie kind of turned his back to it, and John Dorsey was the guy that brought him there, so John Dorsey was never going to admit fault for anything that happened. So it's going to be interesting to see what this new regime does here in Cleveland.
Austin, I'm going to bring you in on this, but I just want to come up real quick. I watched that video. I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, but it felt like he looked at that guy's ass for a very long time before he gave it a smack. I know he was hammered drunk. He was wasted, but that's a little bit long of a stare at a dude's ass before smacking it.
Just remember, we're not going to talk about other things other than sports in here, Drew.
I'm saying it's a little weird.
Hey, look, man. You and I know better than anybody as Browns fans. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Absolutely.
I mean, you bring this guy in, and everybody's looking at it like it's a no-fail situation. You got all this talent, and what do? They go out and lay an egg, bad story after bad story. You know, I'm with you. I mean, this is pretty soft. I don't see any bad intent with what Odell was doing in the locker room. But, you know, today, if people have a chance to bring somebody down, you know damn well that they're going to take it.
It's a cash grab, man. If this is assault, and I think they said they initially wanted to charge him with sexual battery. If it's assault or sexual battery, why wasn't he arrested on the spot? Why are we waiting until Thursday to bring this?
Because I think somebody got into someone's ear and said, "Hey, dude, why don't you take this guy for every penny he's got for smacking you in your ass?" Exactly.
That or somebody's ego got hurt. He got made fun of back at wherever, you know.
Right.
You got your ass smacked by Odell.
And then I kind of want to touch on something that you said there, Austin. You know, it's like, it's always something. Like, why can't you just shut the fuck up, act right, and play football? I mean, you are paid. That dude is making millions and millions of dollars. I always had this conversation with some buddies, and if I had that much money, I would build a fucking bar / casino / somewhere to dance down in my big ass basement, put some stripper poles up, have some fucking strippers over or whatever else, and dude, I would just party my ass off.
And if you come in, check your fucking cell phone at the door.
Hey, cell phone.
Close your agreement. Leave your phone at the door.
Cell phone goes into a fucking basket. That's just where we're at with that.
I brought this up earlier. Locker rooms. Why are these guys getting cell phones in the locker room? Why was that even recorded in the first place? These guys are feeling some of the biggest emotions that you can feel after winning the national championship. You know, the biggest game in college football. And these guys, you're going to hold it against them just because they're celebrating.
And where was Jarvis? I mean, OBJ was there with Jarvis. I'm not saying where was Jarvis as in OBJ's Jarvis' responsibility. But look, Jarvis stays out of the fucking news.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
And
I
it's
mean,
his best friend. He could be like, hey, bro, chill the fuck out.
You're also talking about the receiver who had the better year. I mean, Odell has that superstardom next to his name, but when you look at the numbers, and if you watch the games, Jarvis was clearly the better receiver this year.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you guys there though. It's just like you said. It's a soft touch in the ass for a guy that I think maybe he can get some money. I don't like you said he's not a real cop, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. I don't think anything's going to come of it. I think a few dollars will probably settle this shit out.
Somebody's
of court
bank
or
account's
whatever.
going to get a little fatter,
Exactly.
and it'll all disappear.
I think Austin might be right. It might be an ego thing. Imagine going back to the station and they're like, hey, Hank, how'd you feel to get your ass smacked by Beckham? He got his pride hurt, so he's going to cash out.
Yes.
One other thing I want to bring up about the locker room celebration. Obviously everybody saw the cash thing, and we'll see what happens with that. But I saw another video where Coach O is trying to give that post game speech and congratulate all of his players. They're saying that Odell was in the corner, kind of jumping up and down, trying to get everybody's attention. I mean, obviously, like Drew, you said, he was wasted, celebrating a big moment for his college, right? So I get it, but if he's doing that in somebody else's locker room, what the hell is he doing in our locker room?
For sure, man. I mean, I get it that you're alma mater, but come on, man. Coach O deserves so much credit for this, and just chill out. You want to go celebrate with him? That's cool. Passing the money out, you're drunk, it's stupid. That's coming down on LSU. It's going to come down on them. There's Joe Burrow even came out and said, well, I'm not a student athlete, so I can say that money was real. He may be, but I guarantee you everybody that took money and they've got film of it, they weren't all seniors. They're not all leaving. This is going to hurt LSU. The NCAA, it's gotten too much media attention. They love to try to make an example out of people. They're going to stop letting former players on the sidelines and all kinds of shit over this. Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see where this goes from here. This isn't minor in college. Obviously, if you're in the league and you're doing that, then those kind of things are okay. But these are college players, and that is just not allowed.
I mean, they get suspended for signing an autograph. What are they going to do if somebody literally handing them cash on camera?
Yeah, it's definitely not a small deal, but a lot of the national media input is that LSU may need to completely disassociate with Odell Beckham, to cut ties, kind of get that negative aura away from them.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely take that route. But all right, enough of the fucking Browns. Let's talk about the guys that are still playing. All right, AFC Championship coming up this weekend. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes against the Titans. Probably
Titans. Wow.
The most unlikely AFC Championship participant that I could have thought of outside of just super shit.
You can't say that to us because week 1 they fucking slaughtered us.
Yeah, they did, man. Big week 1 party at Chad's house. Everybody's all excited. I'm one of the only Bengals fans there, and then the Browns just get drubbed.
Fuck, I was all the way in Las Vegas. I go out to Vegas to, live it up a little bit for week 1. And then I'm sitting there in the casino watching my team just get dragged, man.
Just killed them.
Hey, they kind of get to it, though. Like you said, Patrick Mahomes versus Ryan Tannehill.
What?
I know a few Dolphins fans out there, man. I wonder how those guys are feeling. Ryan Tannehill is in the AFC Championship.
Hey, shout out to my boy Tim Combs, big Dolphins fan. He told me he's going to start listening. He is shitting himself because he's been beside himself watching Tannehill go to the AFC Championship.
I kind of want to hit on something here before we give our predictions on that game. What about fucking Derrick Henry, man?
My Lord.
Hey, say the middle of the third, you just came out of halftime, you get to the fourth quarter. Imagine tackling that big motherfucker over and over and over again.
That absolute beast. And not only is he just a beast, I mean, he's got some speed too. People don't think
he's fast.
He's much quicker than people give him credit for.
He is fast.
I'd put him on his ass. I'm going to go on record. Derrick Henry, if you hear this, come at me, dog.
But hey, my prediction on that, and I think it's going to go one of two ways. Either the Chiefs are just going to fucking murk them, but the Titans could be that team. The Titans could be Baltimore. When Flacco went 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The Titans could be the Eagles. And is he going to have a Nick Foles moment? So I think it's either the Chiefs just kill them and destroy them, or I think the Titans win a close one. I don't think the Chiefs are winning a close one. I just think that the Titans need to come out, dominate. They need to dominate by running the ball.
Oh, yeah.
They've got to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field.
That's exactly their game plan, just like they did against Lamar Jackson. This is going to be a clash of two of the hottest teams in football right now. I mean, Tannehill played excellent going down the stretch, but both of his playoff wins, he hasn't even had 100 passing yards. I mean, Derrick Henry has carried them, and along with that defense, don't get me wrong, to this AFC Championship. Exactly what you said. I think you pound that rock with Derrick Henry and keep Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, that explosive offense on the sideline as much as you can.
And, I know a little bit more about the Titans. A former coworker of mine, guy runs a podcast dedicated to the Titans. We talk a lot. His name's Tyler. He's a good follow if you like the Titans. Tic Tac Titans, I think it is. But I know a little bit more about the Browns because I talk to these guys every day, and I know a little bit more about the Titans because I follow that guy on Twitter. Maybe that's it. Maybe I get an overload of information. I'm calling the shot. The Titans will beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead because Derrick Henry is going to run the rock, control the game, and they're going to make timely plays. And Patrick Mahomes is going to ball out and just come up a little bit short. I'm calling it. I don't give a shit.
Listen, you may not be wrong there. The biggest thing for the Chiefs is that defense going to continue to play as good as it has played. If
They've played great.
But if they revert back to where they were at the beginning of this year and even last year, it may not be good for them.
Yeah, I mean, so my prediction. So I'm going with the prediction. I think that Kansas City absolutely wipes the floor with the Titans in Arrowhead. I just think that Patrick Mahomes is too much. Travis Kelce is just too much. Tyreek Hill is just too much.
That's just a touchdown waiting to happen.
Sammy Watkins, Damian Will. I mean, they're just going to be too much. They have a great offensive line. And like you said, though, the Titans are playing great, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's a close game. And if it's a close game, then I think the Titans win. But with that game being in Kansas City, and before I get to that point, the Titans have Kansas City's number.
They do.
I was going to say there is a little bit of a revenge element here for the Chiefs as they lost. What was it, a blocked field goal to end that game?
Yeah, I think or a missed field goal was something like that. But
heartbreaker nonetheless.
But yeah, so I think the Chiefs win this in dominant fashion. I don't know if I say by 17. Ooh. I don't know. I'm going big on that one. It's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes at this stage, and as much as I want to see the Titans there, and I wouldn't mind seeing the Titans there, I would love to see Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers just shoot it out in the Super Bowl.
That would be good. And Austin is our relative betting expert here on the podcast. This dude's in Vegas more than Wayne Newton, I think. Is Wayne Newton still alive? I don't know. He's out there all the time. We're talking betting all day long. He knows all kinds about that stuff. So, Austin, do you know the line on this game? Do you know kind of what Vegas is saying to us?
So I think right now both lines are actually home team is favored by 7.5.
Oh, wow.
And to piggyback a little bit on what you were saying, Chad, I am leaning with Kansas City to cover that spread. I think they win by at least 8 points, probably closer to that 17 range. I mean, this is a team that just came off. They spotted one of the better offenses in the league, 24 points, albeit some lucky plays, some fumbles, some drops. But they just gave Houston 24 points and came back and just absolutely dominated, 51-7.
It was like they did it on purpose. Like, dude, let's just see if we can come back from this.
And and that's just what the Chiefs can do. But like we were saying at the beginning when we first started talking about this, you've got to hit Henry at the line. If you let Henry, get that train moving, he gets 5, 7, 8 yards, running downfield, and you hit him, you are going to feel it. That is a big dude.
And that's the thing, man. As that game goes on, that guy just gets stronger. I mean, he hit every hit, every time you tackle him, you're just going to feel it more and more.
Okay, so let's switch off to the other side here. The NFC Championship. We have the Green Bay Packers going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers.
That's going to be a good one. I can see two really good games, but, man, that Niners front seven's roaring. They got healthy at the right time. They got, Jimmy G's getting the ball where it needs to be. He's not spectacular. He's managing well. Shanny's going to run the ball no matter what. Kyle Shanahan's going to run the ball. I don't care if he's down 10 points. He's going to run the ball. He just does. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
I definitely think that it has the potential to be a good game, but earlier this year,
37-9, or was it 38-9?
Yeah, I think it was either 37 or 38
in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. So Green Bay's coming back. I know Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and I'm never going to count that guy out. But that being said, it's tough to see Green Bay going down to San Francisco and winning this game.
I'm with you. I can't see it. I hope that it's not the weekend that I think it's going to be as far as football goes. But I think the 49ers win big, and I think the Chiefs win big.
I think I'm right there with you. I think that defense, unless Rodgers and the Packers can get out to a quick lead, a couple possessions, and maybe limit that run game of the 49ers, force Jimmy G to throw the ball, I think that the 49ers should easily control this from start to finish.
I could see it, man. I could see the Niners easily controlling it. But in the back of my mind, Aaron Rodgers still wears number 12. He's still a Green Bay Packer. And it's hard for me to go against him. And I
am hoping and I am praying for Mahomes versus Rodgers in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God, yes. Fuck me up with that.
The other thing to consider is this is the 100th year of the NFL. This is the 100th season. Super Bowl I was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Packers. So how cool would that be to go full circle?
So are you saying as
anniversary of the NFL?
So are you saying as the betting man, we need to put our fucking money on on Rodgers and the Packers because this shit's fixed?
A Vegas insider, come on, man.
Hey, you know how these bookies are, man. Hey, I don't know. It's tough to bet. It's tough to bet against Aaron Rodgers, but with this defense, man, it's really hard for me to say that 49ers team is going to win by less than 8 points.
And Austin, you and I have talked about this. The key, or not, I'm sorry, not the key, but the advantage that I think that the Packers have is the coach. I fucking love Kyle Shanahan. I love that zone run scheme. I love the play action. I love everything about Kyle Shanahan. The last time the Browns were really fucking relevant, where you're like, damn, they're good, was they had Brian Hoyer at quarterback, who's not that great.
But he's a good backup.
But you see him like a Jimmy G, like a Kirk Cousins, like someone down there. But you run the fuck out of the ball. You get back to old school football and you just run the football.
The awesome thing about it too is he doesn't give a shit who is running the football. He's got a guy Raheem Mostert, who's been on 8 teams.
An ex-Brown.
He's an ex-Brown, exactly. All we used him for was returning, and now this guy is out here running like it's his nothing.
He's their lead back, and he's also a special teams gunner on punt returns. I watched him make a punt return.
And then Tevin Coleman, he was the backup to Devontae Freeman in Atlanta.
And Tevin Coleman has fucked me in fantasy several times.
But, yeah, guys, so Chiefs, Titans, 49ers, Packers, what's the score? Let's predict it here.
Scores for both games?
Scores for both.
All right, AFC Championship. I'm going to go Titans 27, Chiefs 24. Book it.
Man, it's really hard to see the Chiefs only putting up 24 points.
Yeah, that's true. They did that in like 8 seconds. Hey, no shit. I was watching the game last week. I dozed off for like 4 minutes of game clock. And I woke up and it was like a 3-point game after they were down 21. I thought I was dreaming.
I think the actual number was 3 minutes and 44 seconds. They went from 24 down to down 3 in 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
I am going to go Chiefs 37, Titans 20.
Oh shit.
That's about where I'm thinking. I'm thinking, that 38, maybe 41, maybe they get up to 40. That defense is good and all, but I don't see any stopping the Chiefs right now. I'm going to say 38-17 final.
And then I am going 49ers 27, Green Bay 13.
13 might be a little generous for that defense. They got 9 last time. I'm going to go 24-10 49ers.
There's going to be a vintage Aaron Rodgers game, okay? I think that the Niners are going to duel with them, though. I'm going to go Packers 35, and then I'm going to put the Niners at 30, so 5 points there. I think that Jimmy G is going to have a pretty good game. They're going to run the ball really well, but Rodgers he's going to go out there and he's going to sling that thing. I just feel it. LaFleur, young, confident. Every woman in Green Bay wants to bang Matt LaFleur right now. Every one of them. So I'm thinking,
my wife complimented him the other day, man. What the fuck? Where do you say that?
Never ending, man.
Chad turned the game off like, I don't even want to watch it.
Hey, the last thing I want to touch on that real quick. This is why I wanted Seattle to win last week. Seattle playing San Francisco, the third game in division. It was 1-1. Each had won. Each had come down to the last possession. And I just feel like the 49ers are going to run away with this one, and we're not going to have much of a game as of where we've seen Russell Wilson back there doing what he does. And I think that's what affects the 49ers, as you've seen with Lamar Jackson when they went down to Baltimore.
Listen, you know that interdivision games, you play the same team twice. It's tough to beat the same team twice, let alone doing it 3 times. Yeah, you got to play the same team 3 times. So who knows what would have happened in that game. I do agree with you. I think that experience playing each other, the Seattle would have had a better chance. But, you know, that being said, this is Aaron Rodgers' second chance. You're giving an all-time great quarterback a take 2 to pick this defense apart. So that could be in his benefit.
I don't know what it is, man. I'm feeling vintage Rodgers. He's gonna get back there, evade pressure, extend plays, and just find people. He's just gonna throw bombs.
I'm with you, Drew. Like I said, I've said it probably 4 times already. I want Patrick Mahomes. I want Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. That'd be a great game.
Absolutely. If the Browns were to fall off the face of the earth, God forbid.
Again.
Please
Again. Hey, shut up, bitch! Your team isn't going to be there in like a few fucking years.
Go turn in your draft card.
Hey, the draft card says Joe fucking Burrow.
You're officially on the clock.
Look, the Bengals stadium lease ends in 2026. It's a real possibility they could leave. I've been suppressing it, but it might almost be a sense of freedom, you know, like that abusive.
Oh yeah. Right when Joe Burrow gets going. You know what? As a Bengals fan, I hate you motherfuckers, and I hope to God Joe Burrow is what we all think Joe Burrow's going to be, and then they move his fucking ass to wherever else he's going to go.
Take his ass to London.
I'm following, dude. London Bengals. Let's go. Who die? So, all right. Enough of that. Let's move into the big event of the weekend, Saturday, UFC 246. The 3 of us getting together at Austin's house actually to watch that one. We like to alternate. Austin and Chad are the UFC guys here, so you know I have a little bit of input, but I'm going to leave a lot of this to them. Did you guys check out the presser between he and Cowboy, or Connor and Cowboy?
I did, and it was odd. It was weird to me, and to be honest, I don't think I liked it. I didn't like the presser. I miss Conor McGregor. I miss the shit-talking badass. But you know me. Those are the fighters I like. I like when Conor's talking shit. I like Nate Diaz. I like those guys that just are disrespectful to their opponents, man. I just think the build-up to something like that is what makes the fight.
Those are the guys that I know the most about because I'm casual. Dude, if you're loud and you talk shit and you can give me content, I'm all the way in. I'm bringing chicken wings, and I'm going to hope you knock the shit out of the dude you've been shitting on for 2 months.
And, you know, it's like I respect the fact that you respect that he's a family man. Sweet. And, you know, but at the same time, Conor was very stern when he said, hey, I'm knocking him out first round, second round. He's going out.
Yeah, you're dead on. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm gullible, but it really feels like Conor may have turned a new leaf. Like this may be a new guy. I mean, I've never seen Conor this, you know, at peace. It almost feels he's at peace. I think that last year was a big wake-up call for him. You know, he said in his interview with Ariel that, you know, his daughter came at the perfect time. And, you know, you just had
that'll change a person.
Yeah,
that'll change a person for sure.
So we may have to get used to this. I mean, he's still calling his shot. He's still telling you, I'm knocking him out. I respect him, but you know, if somebody's head has got to hit the mat, it's not going to be Conor.
So are we going to get respectful Conor when he rematches Khabib?
I don't see any way that there's no way that there's not some animosity there. That is, it got too personal. And I know that a lot of people want to say that Khabib started it. You know, he threw that first jab. But Conor, he took it all the way, going at his family and
going at his country. And to Russians, that shit is no joke.
As much as they may love Conor, I mean, going at someone's roots, that's not going to go over well for them.
Hey, I liked it.
Personal. Hell yeah, it's Conor flew to America from another country to go to the Barclays Center and talk shit to the dude because they were fucking with his buddies.
Beat up a bus.
Hey,
hell yeah, it's personal.
They weren't even there to talk shit. They were there to they wanted to throw down.
Were banging.
Yeah.
And you know, Khabib wouldn't get off the bus. You know, as much as I want to see that rematch, I don't want to see it just because Conor's not going to beat Khabib.
Man, I know everyone loves to say this, and everyone likes to call me crazy for this too, but I went back and watched the fight. The first 2 rounds are not as dominant by Khabib as you would think.
Yeah, but that's just Khabib. Khabib's going to lay on you and maul you and hold you down and make you feel like you're not shit.
Let me ask you this. That Conor, was that peak Conor? Was that Conor at his very best that you've seen him?
Well, Conor said he was half drunk.
I mean, he said, this guy's down in gallons of this proper 12 all week long.
That shit's gross, by the way.
Imagine that. Man. Imagine drinking that shit all fucking week, and now you're taking kidney shots and liver shots.
Right. Even looking at his face when when he comes in. The guy looks like he's just got off of a 36-hour bender. He looks exhausted.
I don't know. I hope Conor beats Cowboy in the fight I want to see. And we touched on this on episode 1. I would love to see him and Jorge go at it.
Man, just imagine the pressers, the tour that they would go on, the absolute show that those two guys would put on. It would be phenomenal. And you know me, I'm the biggest Nate Diaz fan you probably know, and that's what I want to see. Because as much as everybody wants to go back and say that, oh, that fight was over, Jorge punished him, this and that, Nate Diaz don't get going until the 4th and 5th rounds. Conor just said it in the interview, man. He said that Jorge was gassed towards the end of
He
round
was
3.
gassed. We said that when we were watching it.
He was gray. I mean, he was turning gray. I don't know, maybe the blood got to him a little bit, but he was gassed, man. And Nate kicks in towards the end of round 3.
And Nate started hitting him in the back of the 3rd round.
He did. He really did.
You got to hit Nate. I know that much watching it. He settles in when he starts getting hit and bleeding and tasting his blood and shit. I mean, his fucking eye was split open about to fall off, and he's like, "No, I'm good. Let me go."
Imagine hitting somebody, knocking them to the ground with everything you have, and they just look up to you, flip you off, say "fuck you, bitch," and then get up and fucking slap you.
How could you not love a guy like that?
I love it, man. That's my favorite fighter, But I love Conor. I didn't like respectful Conor. I don't know. The presser was super fucking weird to me. It's just that just didn't seem like Conor. But that doesn't mean that the left hand isn't as powerful as it was.
Hey, that left hand is still rock solid. I can't imagine. Look, Cowboy is as seasoned as they come. This guy will fight anybody at any time. The guy's got 36 wins. I think this is going to be his 51st fight. I mean, don't count him out. I mean, this is not a sure thing for Conor McGregor.
No, I said that in episode 1. I said Conor can't go in here and take Cowboy lightly because Cowboy will put you on your ass and knock you out if you're going here and taking him light.
Just like he said, he wants to know if he can take that left hand of Conor, but he also wants to know if Conor can take those kicks. I mean, he's gonna throw him.
Is he gonna wrestle Conor?
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think that's Cowboy's style. Cowboy's like, if you
want
to bang, let's bang.
Let's fight. Yeah, I mean,
and I respect that.
He is who he is, and I respect the shit out of him for it. The guy that he is, it's hard not to like him.
I'm rooting for Conor. Like I said,
I like Cowboy and all, but the year that Conor could go on, we could have a massive. You could see Masvidal, you could see Khabib again, Gaethje. I mean, the options for Conor are endless. So I would hate to see that get derailed in his first fight back.
So I predicted Conor TKO or KO late first or in the second. What's your prediction?
I'm with you. I think Cowboy will survive that first round. He may get rattled a little bit. He is a notoriously slow starter.
Yeah.
He talks about how the nerves get to him. So it may end quick. It may not even make it out of the first round, but I could see the early second round.
In my limited knowledge of it, I'm just going to say Conor's going to knock him out. Not TKO. He's going to catch him. He's just going to put his ass to sleep one way or the other because that's what I enjoy seeing. And I don't know if Cowboy's slower. I don't even know Cowboy all that much. So Conor's going to knock him the fuck out because that's what I like to watch.
What are your thoughts on the rest of the card? Not a lot of big names.
Not a lot of big names, but a lot of up and coming fighters.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some good guys coming to fight. We got 2 ladies fights. Holly Holm back at it. It could be good to see her get back in that.
We know Holly's not afraid to throw hands either.
Right. Yeah. So that should be at least exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, man. Good sports weekend. Conference championships coming up. Love sitting on the couch all day Sunday, not moving, eating like a fat piece of shit and watching football. Saturday night, I'm gonna also eat like a fat piece of shit and watch UFC, so it's going to be good. One thing that I do want to hit on before we get out of here, I've said, and the pages have said, this is a podcast for the people, okay? We don't edit much. We don't sit here and come up with too much. We're just dudes talking sports, and we want you guys in on it. I've had a few people get in touch with me directly or commenting on the pages that we've created, saying that they want in. We want you in, too. I mean, wouldn't you guys, let's have some guys call in. We'll call them in, bring them on the podcast. Tell Chad, tell Austin, what do you want to talk about? What is it that you want to discuss? You got something? Bring it to us. We're looking to do a lot of that. I want to get people involved, have a lot of fun with this. Listen to this on your drive to work, while you're at the gym, whatever it is that you do. We want you guys to be involved. That's the biggest thing we're doing here. We got a platform for us, but we want a platform for you guys as well. Because everybody wants to call in and talk shit on ESPN, right? But their phone lines are always blowing up. Ours are always open. We'll set it up. We'll set up a time that works for all of us. We'll get in here. We'll break it down. We'll talk about what you want to talk about. Get your voice heard. And if you're a fucking moron, we'll tell you you're a fucking moron. That's okay, though. It's all love. It's sports, baby.
Everyone has an opinion, guys. Like, and the three of us, you guys might look at it as our podcast. You know, this isn't. This is the locker room. You know, this needs to be everybody's. If you have a sports discussion you want to have with your neighbor, listen. Come to the locker room and hash it out. Let everyone hear it. Let everyone's side. Take your neighbor's side or take your side. Both of you call in. Hey, listen, another thing. If you don't want to come in here and you're shy and afraid of these microphones, put some questions that you want us to answer on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever you can reach us at, Messenger, whatever you want, and we will answer those questions for you.
And if you want to come into the locker room, this is a highly technical, state-of-the-art recording facility that I put together in my basement in about 45 minutes. So
we literally
come on over, man.
We are literally in a room with covers for the sound, and we have
blankets,
Bengals blankets, and we have Browns blankets.
It doesn't get any better than this, baby.
I get done reporting the podcast, and I got to put the laundry in the dryer about 10 feet away, or I get bitched at when I get upstairs. It's fine, man. It's love.
I just can't say this enough that please be involved. We want you involved.
Absolutely.
You guys will only help this thing grow and become something. Even if it doesn't become anything, this is fun to me. This is what we do. We are in a group chat, us three, and we sit around and talk about sports anyway.
All day, every day.
When I'm supposed to be working.
So why not reach out and make this bigger? You know, instead of us three sitting around talking about it on a podcast, I want all of our friends, all of our people that this gets to come in, and everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, and if you don't have time to come down here to the state-of-the-art facility, call us in, man. You can have my personal cell phone number. We'll put you on the podcast right here on the phone. Call-ins, all that stuff, man. We are going to make sure that we are accessible to the people. We are a voice for the people. Blow this up, man. Share it with your friends. Show your neighbor, somebody that can take this kind of humor. I wouldn't show it to your pastor. But other than that, man, get it to anybody and everybody you can think of, and let's have some fun, man. I'm talking anybody and everybody that wants to come on here. I don't care if you want to call and tell me that the Bengals suck and you want to support the Steelers. I'm gonna give you shit, but I'll let you.
And another thing too, small businesses, around the area, if you want us, let us know. We will shout you guys out here on this podcast, and or you could call in and even just tell us about your business, and then we can talk some sports. Yeah. Let everyone know about your business. Reach out. This is another way to reach out if you have a small business, or if you have an event coming up, and or something like that. Just reach out to us. Come on in. Call us, or just message us and say, hey, could you say this for me? And I guarantee that we will do that. We don't want any money for it.
For free, because the people that are going to listen to this are going to be people we know are good people. If you do good work, if you do shitty work, I'll probably tell you to get your work better. But if you do good work, I'll shout you out. As long as you don't mind your business being attached to some guys talking sports, maybe not using the best language that you'd see on TV or whatever, then shout us out, man. You're a landscaper. What do you do, man? You're a blue collar guy like us. Then let us know, man. We'll let people know where to go. I get people that ask me all the time, hey, you know anybody that does this, that, and the other? And I try to give out good references. I'll do it right here, and it'll be on the internet, and who knows where this thing could reach. We could get somebody in the area that doesn't even know us, that finds it from a buddy, and next thing you know, you got a contract to cut the grass once a week or whatever the case may be.
And there's that, guys. We just want you guys to be a part of this, and that's all we're going to have for today. Chad Penrod, Drew Garrison, Austin Salley, signing out. It was fun. Can't wait till the next time. Hopefully some more news breaks, and hopefully it's not about a Browns player.
Yeah, amen to that.
Hey, guys, it's been fun, man. Thanks for tuning in. Locker Room Talk Uncut.
What was it? This was Locker Room Talk.